This is the tutorial movie for the orange light, and I want to get right into it. The orange light is going to be happening on a new layer set called orange light, and I have several of the paths, mostly all of them already drawn. And let me bring up the orange light here and start with the orange one outside. Again, I go just like the other one: orange one outside, orange two, orange 3 to isolate out the right hand side, orange 4 to isolate out the left hand side, but the center of it. Then I drew the verticals and the horizontals, the same method that I used for the upper light. So let me start immediately with the orange one outside. If I command click on the orange one outside, I'm going to lay in a layer, and then I'm going to paint on that layer. I'm going to grab this color right there in the corner, Option Command D, 1 pixeled feather, click up to my orange one, turn off this first, and click up to my orange one layer. It's just convenient to have them named the same thing, only so I know what's going on. Let me go Command H, Option Delete, and now I have the basis of the light in the back of that light. And anything else that has to be done on top of it, I'll start to do right now, actually. I'm going to show you the car again. Click up to the orange 2 layer. Actually, I'm going to make another layer between orange 1 and orange 2, and I'll merge these together in a few minutes. But I want to get the darkness that's on the outside of this, and there's no reason why I really need the darkness on the inside yet. So if you can watch, I'm going to command click orange 1, and I'm going to show you orange number 2, but I'm going to command option subtract orange 2. Now I'm painting the area that I want to get darker on. So let me go command option D for feather, and 1 pixel on the feather, maybe even 2 at this point. And let me go, it said no pixels were selected because I'm actually on the wrong thing here. Let me go like this. I did something wrong. Let me try it again. Command click. Let's go minus this, Option Command D. Oops, 12 pixels. I'm sorry, that's why it said that. 2 pixels on the feather. Command H to hide it. Let's go grab this dark value right here, this darker brown, and let's turn this off. Now I can look at the one below, get a bigger brush, and then let's just start to lay in the darker brown where the darker brown is on the light down there. So let's just look at it and put the darker brown all the way up here, just like this. Let's go get even a darker value, push it even a little harder dark, like this. And now let's just take this and get a little bit darker in here. That's good. A little bit darker on the edge over here. Smaller brush. And let's just kind of paint a little darker along the top of this like that. Okay. Now I've got a nice bit of dark going like this. I'll fix that later. And now if I wanted to, I could put some of this upper stuff and lighten up some of this, but there really is no reason to totally. I might as well go like this and grab this light orange and then click right there, hold the shift key, and look at how I can click the light orange just like this. It got a little too thick on me right there, and I'm painting at 10 on my flow, so let me go down to 5, up the size of the brush, and not mess around with this too much, just kill a little bit of it right there, just like that. Okay, and now that looks pretty good, and it's in about the right area. That's about all I want to do for this one. So Command H, so I showed you what I did there. Command D to deselect. And now let's go, I should merge these two together. So let's click to the orange one layer, click to the link button, and go to merge link, because I'm happy with that. Oh, alright, let's click to my orange 2 for the inside of the orange 2. And let's start to lighten up on the inside of this. So let's go Option Command D, 2 pixels on the feather. I'll keep it 2 pixels for now. Okay, let's click up to the orange 2 layer, and let's start to lay in some of this background orange that's here. So let's really brighten up on this orange that's in the background. Let me grab it like this. Okay, a little bit less like that. Right there. Now let's go Command H to hide it, bigger brush, and I should probably go to 10 on this, but now let's brighten up on this. So there we go. Looks nice and bright in that corner, and then I'm going to start to paint a little bit of the value that's behind it. So it's behind the verticals. So now I need to bring my yellows back. I need to get a little bit more involved in the painting of this, the free flowing paint from this right here. So you can see, let's start with this divisional thing happening right here. All right, now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to show that as this side, Command click, Option Command D, let's go 1 pixel on the feather, click up to orange number 3 since I just activated orange number 3, Command H to hide it, and let's go grab this darker brown. And let's just lay in a little bit of the darker brown that's over on this side, which I'll overrun it with a little bit of that dark red. It needs to get a little bit richer than this. So let's go over to here and get a little bit richer, and then hit it a little bit harder like this, and then smaller brush, and then let's just nail some of this stuff on the top. So let's go across it like this. Okay, let's go through the, let's go like this and go through it. Whoops. And let's start the click. Okay, and now hold the shift key, Brian, and let's just lay in a little bit of this value here. Let's go a little bit darker in here, and now all I have to do is to show Command H, and let's lay in the yellow that's in the background. So let's go to orange yellows, Command click. I'll lay it in a little harder than it has to be, Option Command D, about 3 pixels on this feather, Command H to hide it. Let's go up to, I'm going to move this layer below here, and I'm going to double click, and I'm going to call it yellows. Let's go hit the yellows, grab the yellow first, and let's get a bigger brush, and let's nail in this yellow in this area. Now, a little bit less smaller brush, and let's go see where Command H is. Okay, I got a little bit more to do here. I don't think Command H is over there. Yes, it is. Let's go like this and hit the yellow on this side, and then I'm going to have to kind of free flow some of these yellows here. I'm going to hold my brush right there, remembering that that is activated. I just hit it again. Let me hold the shift key and go across this so I make a nice straight line. Alright, that's given me the illusion of it, but now let's go back to this overall orange number 2. Let me go Option Command D, 1 pixel on the feather, and let's do a little bit of free handing on a layer, layer 15 above here, and let's go over yellows, because that's exactly what it is. It's the over yellow area. I better save the file if you can bear with me. What I'm going to do here is use my brushing techniques to paint a little bit of the value that's over the yellow by marrying light orange and light yellow and orange together, so that I can actually get a little bit of vignetting going on. Let me go Command H to hide this, hit the brush tool. Let's go grab a little bit of this value here. Bigger brush, so it's like, whoops, smaller brush. Okay, nice. Now, look at how I'm kind of melting on a layer above that harsh yellow, and I'm melting a little bit more of this yellow inside. Let's get on this side and do the same thing. Look at how I'm kind of just vignetting it in there, remembering that you're not supposed to look at anything else but, here's the big but, what's in behind those verticals, and that's important to know. Now, I'm going to stay on this over yellow layer, because you see over in the little left hand side here, let me go to the left hand side, Command click, Option Command D, 2 pixels on the feather, Command H to hide it. Let's go make the brush a little bit bigger, and let's lay in some of this value that's in here, just to get a little bit more of that kind of feeling of what you're supposed to be looking at. Smaller brush right on this edge here. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to toggle this over 1, 2, 3, because I see that it kind of gets brighter right there. Let me go Command H and a bigger brush and hit the edge of this, but notice how it's kind of not exactly perfectly on the edge of it. Let me show it again and go down with it. Right here, it gets to be a little pinky, and I'm not talking about the highlight in there. That I'm going to do as well in a few minutes as my last little thing. But there's a light yellow line going across the top of both of these, and a little bit of yellow going across the top here. So let me hit Command H and go a little bit of yellow across that top, just like this. Okay. Now, I would like to start to see how the verticals go in. I'm a little bit too dark on this right here, so I think I'm going to go over the top of this. Just a minute, I wasn't painting anywhere. Let me go Command click, number 3, Option Command D, 2 pixels on the feather, Command H to hide it. Let me just kill a little bit of this value. It was just a little bit too harsh. And now let me kill a little bit of this. Okay. I'm kind of ready, if you see, I'm ready to put in some of the final stuff. So let's click up to the verticals. And I even labeled them orange verticals. Let's go grab the orange verticals. Now what I want to is I only want to paint the verticals in this section. So what I'm going to do is to show, I might make a mistake here, but I'll fix it in a minute. I'm going to show this, but I really only want to intersect. I want what's inside of here for the first time that I do this. So I'm going to go Command, Option, and Shift and intersect those so I only get inside of here. What am I going to paint in there? Well, I'm going to have to look. It's going to both be yellow and orange. And I'm approaching my 15-minute mark, so I want to get done in a very short amount of time. Let me go Option Command D, 1 pixel on the feather, Command H to hide it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use it to get into some of the dark orange first. So let me get my brush a little bit bigger, look down here and see if I come across it like this, I'm painting a little bit of the dark orange right there. Let me make the brush smaller and come across the top, and I'm painting a little bit of the dark orange again. Okay, remember that that's what I have activated. Okay, now let's go over here and put in the whole pattern of this. So look at how I'm going to go put in the whole vertical pattern of these dark values right here. Okay, now let's try to just bring it across the top a little bit, right over here, and a little bit harder, smaller brush. Look at how it's harder right there. Okay, let's hold the Shift key and go across here. Look at how I can get that to show up really sweet like. Let's go across it like this. We're going to do the same thing with the horizontal lines. Let me go across the top like this. Let me go across the bottom like this. Hit it a little harder right there, and I'm getting the illusion of what I want on my orange verticals. Now what I should have done is label the next one orange horizontals. So let me Command click the orange horizontals, Command C on the path, click up to layer 16, Command V, hit the return key, and let's go make the orange horizontals a selection. Now that I have those a selection, let's do the same thing by intersecting orange number 2. What's orange number 2? That's orange number 2. So let's go like this, intersect it, Option Command D, 1 pixeled feather, Command H to hide it. Now just put them in where you see them, but since we're doing them on a separate layer, what do we care if we make a mistake? So let's come in here, hold the Shift key with this dark value, and look at how I can put in the orange verticals. Let's go through here, the orange horizontals. Let's put them like this, right in here. Look at how nice this is. I'm going to give you a little trick on how to do these little squares that are in between. And then that's what's really going to make this thing work. Alright, so far I've got that working right, and it's looking pretty good. I need a little bit more of the orange through these areas. So what I'm going to do is to bring the verticals and the horizontals together. If I Command click the verticals and I Command plus click the horizontals and go Command H, I'm actually painting between everything. I mean, I've got the verticals and the horizontal lines. So let me go back here and let's click a little bit more. Oops, that was too much. Let's click a little bit more right there. Let's click a little bit more right there. Now I'm getting some of that refraction right in here. Remember, I'm painting, let me get close on this and show you. I'm painting those areas that are in between. Alright, now let me go back. And now I have to move these over because I'm actually painting, let me double check what I'm doing here. Let me go Command D to deselect. There's the vertical bars, there's the horizontal bars. If I intersect both of these, if I go Command click this one and I intersect this one, I'm actually right still on the vertical areas. So what I need to do is move it over that much and then move it up that much. 2 over, 2 up, and now I'm actually in between where the lines are, if you can kind of tell what I just did. Because what I want to do is I want to put the orange holes back in, and I'm going to do it from this distance so you can see what I'm doing. One more magnification. Okay. Let me try to get all of this on screen right there. Perfect. Alright, let me hit Option Command D, 1 pixeled feather, Command H. What did I just do? Alright, Option Command D, 1 pixeled feather. They don't want me to have 1 pixeled feather on this. Alright, let me go Command Z and get that back. I'll leave it alone because it doesn't want me to put in a 1 pixeled feather. I just want to put one layer above here for the detail. This is going to be in between. I have 2 more layers to do and I'll be done. Command H to hide it. Now let's go get some of this very light orange right here. Okay, now watch how cool this is. Remembering that I'm painting in between. Watch how hard you go. It only takes a little bit of paint. See how I'm kind of beefing up the in-between areas to make this come true right over here. And without going a lot too far, I've pretty much got what I've wanted to show you, other than maybe having a little bit more of the bright yellows. So let me go grab a bright yellow, a real bright yellow. And let's go up here and grab a bright yellow like this. Let's get up into the bright yellow area, just like this. Now, smaller brush, and I'm going to hit the bright yellows a little bit harder, especially if I go down with a smaller brush. Let's go across here and just get a little bit more bright yellow. I'll fix that in a second, okay? I just wanted to get a little bit more there. Look at how there isn't any down here, okay? Let me, a little bit bigger brush, and let's go across these like, whoops, smaller brush. Go across these like this, and now I'll actually paint without having these squares done in a few seconds, just to give myself a little bit of the motion. Let's start over here and work our way across. And now a little bit more in this area right here. Okay, beautiful. Now I'm really starting to bring off the refractive capability by painting between them. Again, that's the little squares between them. Command D to deselect. And now let's kind of marry those together. I'm going to paint on the in-between layer just to kind of kill some of the stuff that I've done. So I'm going to go grab the light orange, and I'm going to make this really small on my brush. Hold the shift key when I paint, and let me just paint across these and just kill a little bit of that right here. Let me just come across it and kill a little bit of this right here on both sides. That looks really pretty. And now let's bring off a little bit more of this over here, and then over here let's just orange this back a little bit. Remembering I'm holding the shift key as I'm painting so that it's letting me actually paint straight across. Now one last layer for the brights, and then I'll be done, and I'm at the 20-minute mark already. Wow, does it go fast. Let me put one layer here, and let me go detail. Last detail. Now in the last detail, I want to get the whites going on in here. So what I'm going to do is command click the very first one I did, subtract the very second one that I did. No, I'm wrong. I'm not wrong, but I'm wrong. I want to command click the first one and shift it down right to here. Now I shifted it down so that I can get a very thin line across here. See right there? Now if I show you the second one and I subtract it, I now have a very thin line. Now I'm going to move the whole thing down so it matches up to where this is. One more down. You can see where that matches up right now, right across here. Let me command click this. Option Command D, I don't know if one pixeled feather will take. Yes, it did. Command H to hide it. Now, let's go grab this very light pink. Let's make it even a brighter light pink like this. Now, let's go across here and paint this like this to get this a little bit brighter as a highlight. Let's bring it across like this. And now let's go across here and make this light pink. I'll do this free-handed right there. Let's go grab this yellow, click, make it brighter yellow. Now let's go right across here and make this have a highlight going across. A little bit too bright, sorry. Let's go like this, and I'm going to feather it a little bit more. There. Now, that's not a bad rendition. Let me bring off, I need a little bit more of the value over here. So I did that. That is the orange yellows. Command click, Option Command D, one pixeled feather, Command H to hide it. Let's bring off this a little bit sharper. Oh, that's very pretty. And then a little bit more in here. Real nice. Now, as you can see, I need a couple little more light glinks, or what I call light refractions. I'm almost finished. Command click the outer part. Option Command D, one pixeled feather, and I just need to hit the edge of this with that same light pink. So let me go grab the light pink again, make it lighter pink or a little salmon colored. Command H to hide it, and now let's just take this right here, get very close to this, and paint a little bit of this brightness coming off right there, because I want mine to mellow into it. Now let's see how much I actually painted there. Let's go off of it a little bit more, and let's go like this and marry it in. Okay, a little bit down. Okay, that should be about the last thing that I put in there. And this is plenty good enough for you to see. Now obviously I would handle this parking light right there the same way I handled this light right there, even though I have all of the paths already cut for it, I think this was a pretty good demonstration on how to handle these, especially the vertical lines and the horizontal lines, and I want you to see them up close again. You're going to be painting with those either by making selections of the horizontal lines or the vertical lines like this, and then even intersecting these by making one a selection and then holding Command Option Shift and doing the other one, so you're painting between them, or Command click one and then add the other one together, and now you're painting as if they are all connected. So let me go Command D to deselect the selection. There's your orange light, which I think looks pretty good, not finished, but pretty darn good.